Hello and welcome to Emotional Health Coaching with Deaver. Today I'd like to talk to you about overfunctioning, which means doing too much, too fast to the point of exhaustion or burnout. It's very trendy right now to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, hustle, and grind it. But unfortunately, some of us don't know when to stop and end up going into a territory that becomes dysfunctional as opposed to functional. In this video, I'll bring up 5 ways to know whether you're pushing yourself too hard or not. The first way to know if you're working too hard is if you're feeling overwhelmed. I'm all about working hard, being focused, and hustling. But when things are getting out of control and you don't know what's going on anymore because there's just too much on your plate, that means you've gone too far. Just like an engine who's burning too hot, emotionally speaking, we can only handle overwhelm for a limited amount of time before we start falling apart. So pay attention next time you feel overwhelmed and see if there's small tweaks you can make to give a little bit of room. The number 2 way you know you're pushing too hard is if you're becoming more emotional than usual. See, our emotional resilience requires our energy, our rest, and our ability to digest what's happening. So when we're pushing too hard, we're overwhelmed and we're also not able to handle the same amount of emotions that normally we would because our energy is going out somewhere else. So you'll notice little things trigger you. Maybe you're crying at the red light. Maybe your boss annoys you a lot more than usual. Maybe you can't handle your kids with the same patience. Pay attention to this symptom and see if somewhere something is burning too hot. The third way to know if you're pushing yourself too hard is if you're starting to forget things. Wait, what was I saying? In all honesty, our memory needs a certain amount of bandwidth. And when we're putting too much, it just won't be able to handle it. Things are going to start falling off. So if you're forgetting things like taking your keys or your cell phone or your charger, like the little things that usually are right on point, that is a symptom that you might be pushing too hard. You might be burning yourself out. The fourth way we know we're pushing too hard is one of my favorites because it's when we forget to appreciate our growth. See, when we're chasing something, when we're hustling, it's almost always about the goal or the threshold that we're trying to reach. And so, oh, I reached this month's goal. Oh, ready for the next one, ready for the next one. But I never took the time to really appreciate the fact that I've been hitting my goals for 3 months in a row. So if you're forgetting to appreciate yourself, your successes, if you're not taking the time to celebrate this little win, you're probably pushing too hard. The last and fifth way you know that you're pushing too hard is if you're starting to neglect the things that matter most to you. Usually it's family or our loved ones that we forget to spend time with or we put on the back burner, and all of a sudden it's been 12 months since I've had a nice date with my wife, or since I've seen my best friend, or since I went playing with my kids. So pay attention to your priorities. Is this one thing that's taking all your focus, making you neglect other things in your life that really matter to you? It's an important question to keep in mind. See, for all of these telltale signs to work, what we need is a moment of evaluation. So that is the biggest tip that I want to leave you with today. Take a moment to evaluate your life. Take a moment to analyze how you're spending your time, how you're feeling about the way you're spending your time, how well you're functioning, and how much time are you spending with the ones you love or on the things that you love. So instead of pushing yourself too hard, push that subscribe button and check out the rest of my channel for more videos about maintaining your emotional health.